We had a dream about bringing these mentors and teaching kids the skills that they need to go in and lead their own lives and lead the lives of others.
Our purpose is to provide a first-time job opportunity for students 16 and up in our district, for them to go back into the elementary schools that they grew up in and teach.
So originally I decided to participate in this because my friend had brought it up to me and told me that there was a paid internship, but then later on it became something completely different that I never would have expected.
Doing this gave me the opportunity to go try something new. It gave me the opportunity to make some money, have a summer job, but also see if this is something that I think of pursuing in my future.
The internship starts with a 5-day leadership institute by Franklin Covey coaches. Kids really uncover their paradigms for learning, what they believe about themselves, what they believe about others.
The training was very interactive, I would say. They actually made it fun for us to learn about the 7 habits instead of just someone giving us a lecture for 40 minutes a day.
We first learned the 7 habits and then we practiced teaching it to each other so that we could get a feel on how we needed to teach it in the classroom.
Week number 3 was actually going on site to the campuses, meeting our homeroom teachers, meeting the students, and actually getting into the action.
I was working one day with a student and he was struggling to read. He was maybe able to read 2 or 3 sentences, and then he said, "Hey, can you read for me?" He said, "I want to read. I want to be able to do it, but I just can't." And that kind of idea of, I just can't, that's kind of is what has changed my perspective, is seeing how can we help these kids learn so that they can do it? How can we shift their paradigm so they believe they can learn?
One of my kids ran up to their lead teacher and was like, "Look, I did it. Are you proud of me? I did it like that." And I was helping her with that, and seeing them improve and seeing them get happy about improving made me like, wow, that feels really good.
We would be at recess and they would start talking about the habits. And that would make me happy because I was like, so what I'm teaching is actually impacting them and not just like going over their heads.
The Franklin Covey experience itself was very unique. It helps with other places than just teaching. So it helps us just be better versions of ourselves.
I wasn't at first a very extroverted type of person, but being able to share my experiences with other kids and actually help bring the light out of them, I learned that I actually had a voice. I learned that I actually was a motivating figure for a lot of these elementary school students.
I think the 7 habits is a really nice way to figure out the skills you have and how to develop those skills, which is needed for any career.
I'm definitely going to take some of the people skills I learned, like just how to interact with people. I think that's definitely going to help me at the next level and during college classes.
So this program essentially helped me build connections with students from outside of my school that I would have never came across. It really shows a different perspective that other students have and the different paths that we're all going to take. And just seeing people in my generation just rise up to the stand and become something great.
Today is an exciting day. It's our Reflective Summit. We had a full day of over 280 students coming together where we celebrated their leadership journey.
It was so powerful because in a room full of typically adults, here are 200 plus students speaking to a group of educators saying, this is who I am and this is what I think it means to be a leader.
If you wanted to be a leader, it doesn't necessarily mean the loudest person in the room. It doesn't mean someone who talks the most. I feel like leaders are the people in the background too.
It's important for every kid to see that leadership doesn't have to be standing in front. It needs to be taught as the little things.
Being a leader is really about bringing the best in you and everybody else around you.
And as I sat and reflected in that audience, I thought, they're the wave of the future. They're the voices that we need. They're the ones that we need to be partnering with, and we need more of their leadership styles to help us get to the next place that we need to go.
No longer is leadership for the few. Leadership is for all, and we want to open doors for our high school students to see themselves as the future leaders today.